Just left the home a little bit ago, headed to the park this morning. And I love coming to Holmes Lake right here. People out walking, the sun. I just love it. This is about my favorite place to come, to think, to pray. And I've got a lot on my mind and my heart today. I'm trying to figure out which direction to go. What kind of videos to record? What does God want from me right now? You know, there was things that I thought I was going to do before Corona came. And it's an important thing with discernment. As you know, as I had decided and worked through some things that I was moving in certain directions. And then the concrete realities change. And that's always a part of discernment. What's the concrete reality in which we find ourselves? I've been doing a lot more work with priests. I had been giving a lot more spiritual direction there. But one of the things in the last several months, 6 months at least to a year, that had really been coming up has been getting into social media and using social media more. But I had a real distaste for social media. I was resistant to it, like many people, resistant to change, resistant to doing new things. But the thing that's been coming more and more and more is this conversion to social media. Recognizing that for the world, not in reality for Catholics or Christians, but for the world, social media is reality. That's where it all happens. Like, that's where we get our news. That's where we connect with people. That's where everything is. The online industry is absolutely booming. Like, everything is moving this direction. And part of what Jesus is calling me to is to recognize my own resistance to this new reality. Do I want to step into the new reality of the world so that I can touch hearts and preach the gospel there? Because see, here's the thing. There's the spiritual direction, there's the healing, there's the deliverance ministry, the individual stuff, but then there's the preaching of the gospel. This is another component to my call that has been so clear. My gift is prophetic. And what I don't mean by that is that I see the future or have any delusions about that kind of stuff. But what I do know is that God speaks through me. I see it all the time. And it doesn't mean I feel something different, but when somebody is speaking and their words touch your heart and you don't forget them because they pierce you, that's usually the Spirit anointing them. I experience that happen a lot. And the way I recognize it is through the response of the people who have heard or who have listened. So there's this whole element of preaching the gospel that's essential to my call. The thing that's opening up for me as I'm sitting here talking about it, because I'm a person that processes out loud, is that I'm called to preach the gospel here. There's Facebook, which I'm on. There's TikTok. If anybody would have ever thought I'd be on TikTok, oh my gosh. I've been on there recording videos and almost everything has been preaching the gospel. And it's been crazy. I get amens and I get pushback and I have conversations. And so this is opening up the whole thing of evangelization for me. You know, I came to faith in a tattoo shop and in a 12-step program. And it's an environment that is vastly different than the church. The stuff in the world is much more easy for me to understand because that's where I came from. And so there's this element that's been there for as long as I've been in the church, as long as I've been working in the church, that I'm missing something there. And the thing that's coming up as I'm talking about it is God wanting to give me the desire of my heart here. One of the things that I've known for a long time is I'm a kind of bridge. My whole role is to be an intercessor. I know God, I hear him, I speak his word, and there's a intercessory role there. And maybe there's a bridge between the world and the church still for me. I don't know. I'm still paying attention, still discerning this. The images that have been coming to mind are becoming a reality. I'm online giving spiritual direction. I sit in my office. I do healing and deliverance ministry in the same way. But this whole new horizon of missionary outreach is opening up too on the interwebs and social media. So I'm still discerning what that looks like. Part of it is this. It's vlogging, and I think a daily vlog as I'm building this ministry and seeing what is God doing here. Because basically I'm a guy who came from the garbage can and whose life has completely changed. It looks nothing like it did before. And God has gifted me. Like, it is so humbling to see how God has gifted me. Like, coming from what I did, I can't believe the way he chooses to use me. My own dad didn't want anything to do with me anymore. Yet my Father in heaven loved me so much and saw me when I was in the garbage can and pulled me up and straightened me out so that I could touch other people and touch hearts. That's the God we serve, and that's the God who wants to reach out there. Please pray for me as I continue discerning what to do with social media, these videos, and everything else. And please know my prayers for you.